I'm standing now as near as I possibly can to Maalbeek Metro station where the atrocity took place this morning. At latest reports, 15 are dead in Maalbeek and some 13 are believed to be dead in Zaventem airport. The place is obviously deserted, as you'd imagine, and clearly Brussels is about to enter another lockdown. How long this one will last, we just don't know. It would be good to speak to people who are on the way to wherever, but there aren't that many people moving around today. Alex von Kottenberg, a local, I assume a local worker. What are your thoughts on today's events?
Well, it happens, and it's unfortunate, and I wouldn't like these things to happen, but I worked in London when the 7th July 2005 bombings happened, so these things happen, and unfortunately you have to cope with it.
You say these things happen, but this is clearly quite, well, it's certainly pivotal for Belgium. It's the first time an attack of this kind has happened in Belgium. Do you believe that the Belgian administration, the Belgian government will take very serious action against the terrorists?
I hope so, because this is, as you said, this is the first time that really we have a kind of attack of this, let's say, well, several attacks like in London or in Paris, and so yeah, I hope so that this time they will really take this very seriously and continue what they are doing right now. So in fact they already warned us that this could come, but I hope that they do something about it now. Yeah.
Last time that this happened, or rather it wasn't an attack, but it was obviously in the wake of the November 2015 attacks in Paris. There was a lockdown in Belgium that lasted a certain amount of time. How much longer do you think the lockdown will last this time?
That's difficult to say. You can always lock down, of course. Lockdown is easy, but then it takes, when you do that for days, it becomes impossible, and a town loses money basically, and so I think that maybe there will be a lockdown of, I don't know what, 2 days, 3 days maybe, but you can't keep that on forever. That's clear, and it was clear the last time it was 2 days, I think, and yeah, after 2 days you have to do something.
Thank you very much. Safe journey home.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Hello David, thank you very much for talking to EU Reporter. What's your thoughts on the events of today?
Well, of course it's very shocking, not only for me, I think for everybody who's involved. Somehow I think there was a possibility that this could happen. The only thing is, when it happens, you're never prepared.
Louis Michel, the Belgian foreign minister, said that after the arrest of the alleged suspect of the Paris attacks just before the weekend, that this is likely to happen. Do you think that the Belgian authorities have done enough to prevent this kind of thing?
I have no opinion about that. I don't know what was their level of preparation.
What do you think will happen in Brussels now?
Well, there will be a before and an after, that's clear. I don't know whether this will only be in people's minds or whether the real situation will change dramatically. We'll see in the coming days.
I only asked the previous question, I'll make it this my last question, but the last time that this happened there was a lockdown that lasted, well, a couple of weeks. This one will be much longer, don't you think?
I think so. I think that's what people expect as well.
Katrina and Pierre, clearly momentous events have taken place in Brussels today. 2 terrorist attacks, or probably 1. What are your thoughts?
What are our thoughts? I think it's some kind of shock is still going on, and then of course we work here for the Finnish community. The worry about the people here, the people in Brussels in general, of course, but then also our Finnish community we take care of daily. That's how they are feeling and doing.
Yeah, that's very weird, but I'm kind of relieved because I have been living here 8 years and I have been thinking that something like this is happening one day. And now I'm thinking, okay, happened now, and nobody of us, my colleagues, everybody are okay. So, okay, now we just have to think how we continue living here, of course, because we have that Finnish house here. We are ready to help and listen every Finnish people and everybody else also.
This has happened in Belgium now for the first time, but it was said that the Belgian government knew a great deal about this. Do you feel that the Belgian government's done enough to prevent this kind of attack?
I have to admit I have been here 2 months in the country. I don't feel that I can't comment on that at the moment if they could have done something more or better in advance. And I think this is always easy now in this case when it happens to say why not earlier do.
I think they have been doing very good because the first after the Paris attack was so many soldiers, so many police that people really feel like kind of safe and nothing happened in that moment. We were speaking today that if we didn't have those soldiers in the airport, how many people will be dead now?
But don't you think that the lockdown this time is going to be far deeper, far more severe and last a lot longer?
It can be, of course, now because now there was actually really an attack, and it will, of course, the lockdown is maybe longer and far deeper than the last time, and of course it will affect the people in a totally different way, and I think that's now the biggest worry we have.
Yeah, we are also worried because we are working with volunteers who are coming from Finland. So we are afraid that not so many people want to come to this city anymore after all that.
Yeah.
And finally, what hope do you feel there is for a resolution to this situation?
I don't know. It would be great to of course we hope and we wish and pray that there is a solution, but it's something I'm quite, I don't know, speechless or wordless at the moment. What is the solution? It's now more that the hope for that somebody finds the key to change this situation. It feels crazy that in a place like Europe and in these free and open cities like European cities, people have to be afraid and are afraid all the time.